MNB Networks are experts in all things networking. We have over 15 years experience providing strategic consulting, operational support, projects and training services across the full networking and security stack for customers across the world. The WAN Design Course from MNB Networks is designed to provide networking professionals with the tools and knowledge to attack the new world of networking. The course covers WAN designs, technologies, and topologies which make solutions such as SD-WAN possible and provide students with realistic network design experience via instructor-led tuition from some of the world's most experienced network design engineers and architects. In section 1 of the course, we will explore various different WAN topologies and technologies such as L3 VPN, L2 VPN and internet-based technologies. We will explore these in isolation before moving on to section 2, where we will glue these different technologies together to create a single system. We will talk about how each of the different technologies interoperate and things that you need to look for when performing mechanisms such as redistribution between different types of routing environments. In section 3, we will explore regional WAN designs and in particular in relation to scaling considerations, before moving on to section 4, where we will talk about different SD-WAN designs, solutions, and where automation fits into the overall WAN design puzzle. Section 5 focuses on WAN migrations, as these can be extremely complex or very simple depending on the scenario. We will also provide in section 6 high and low level design templates which students can use on their own projects once the course is complete. The MNB Networks virtual classroom environment is a one-stop shop for all course materials including documentation, assignments and quizzes. Students will be provided access to the virtual classroom prior to starting the course and they will have access throughout the week. The classroom environment has 3 main tabs: the Stream, Classwork and People tab. The Stream is where the instructor may communicate with the class for any specific coursework, requests, or if they have performed research, for example, based on a question that's asked during the day in the course and the instructor has to research. The Classwork tab includes all tasks which are assigned by the instructor to the class, including class information, which has links to everywhere that the students will need to access throughout the 5 days. In addition to this, also section 1 to 6 and the associated coursework with each of these sections is included. This can be viewed with all topics and the student can scroll down, or they can zoom into each specific section to identify the work which is assigned to them or documents which they need to refer to. The People tab is where students can communicate with the teacher via email and other fellow students. Access to cloud-based network diagram software is provided for the duration of the course that allows students and the instructor to participate in design discussions as a network design and architecture team. Therefore, if you don't have a network diagram tool prior to the course, don't worry, we've got you covered. Quizzes and tests will be made available to students each day to test the concepts which have been learned throughout each section. An example of what a test may look like is on the screen at present, where there is a mixture of multiple choice radio button, multiple choice select more than one, where diagrams or illustrations may or may not be present, and another type of question may be a drop down. These questions on the screen are purely examples to show the functionality of the testing engine. If you're on the move or not present at your computer, then don't worry, you will still have access to our virtual classroom environment on your mobile device via the mobile application. Finally, we know the market is tough and standing out from the crowd can be difficult, especially in network design. MNB Networks want all of our students to succeed and also help ensure that your hard work is acknowledged by the global IT and networking community or future employers. A course completion certificate and a badge certification achievement will be awarded, and this can be shared on social media by every student that participates in the course and completes all assignments. The badge certification is valid for 3 years from course completion date. We will now give a very high level overview of the content and what it may look like on the course, along with the instructor's approach to teaching the technologies. What you see on the screen is a snapshot from section 1, WAN topologies. For this section, we'll concentrate on explaining different types of WAN technologies, as you see MPLS, L3 VPN, L2 VPN, and several others in this section. After these are explained at a very high level, we will look at what some wide area networks might look like from an architectural perspective, including within the data center, and then we will move into each technology and WAN topology one by one, explaining the roles, responsibilities and capabilities in an enterprise wide area network. Here on the screen we are focused on MPLS L3 VPN, and we talk about the characteristics of this technology. We will look at each of these characteristics and talk about the pros and cons and where you may want to use this type of solution. After we've explained the technology, we will move into some scenarios. So for example, on this screen, we may or may not discuss all of these subject matters. It depends on the appetite of the class. But for example, we may talk about managed versus unmanaged, a flat MPLS with multiple sites and a mix of redundancy. So here we're really looking to identify what the customer requirements and constraints are. We may also look at an MPLS L3 VPN with multiple business units and segmentation requirements. Bringing this a step forward, we may look at MPLS L3 VPN with multiple business units, segmentation and load balancing. Another area that we may look at in WAN design specific to MPLS L3 VPN is multicast and IPv6. This concludes the presentation on what to expect on the MNB Networks WAN Design Course. If you're interested in attending the course, please click on the link to register. In addition to training, we also deliver strategic and project implementation consultancy services across all areas of networking and security. If we can help you, please reach out or explore the other services on mnbnetworks.tech. From the MNB Networks team, we sincerely thank you for your interest in our company and wish you every success.